Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. All right. We up in here. We up in here. I'm gonna wait till a couple people funnel in before I officially start these festivities. Hope everybody
Uh-oh.
had a great day, great weekend, great Royal Rumble. Um, Shout out to everybody that's joining us in the chat, but I'm going to edit
Great.
all this off the top because I want this to start a certain way. But I'm letting these fine, beautiful people funnel on in. Okay. All right. Got that chat up. Got that chat up. Yo, Samoa Watchman, what's really good?
Bring them in, bring them
Oh,
in.
okay. All right. Here we go. So it was a past Royal Rumble, and but before, and we were going to talk Rumble. We were going to talk Rumble, but then um Chef had a few words that he wanted to impart upon the people, the masses. Um, I'm not responsible for what's about to come out of this man's mouth. I am but a mere facilitator. I am but the host of this show. I am here but a mere spectator. So, without further ado,
Mm.
Chef Justin T, the floor is yours.
First and foremost, everyone, welcome to the Kid Rocks podcast. You are now listening to the best. You are listening to three gentlemen who love wrestling, and wrestling is what we love to talk about, among other things. You know, again, Evan, thank you for giving me this microphone and a moment to air my grievances, if you will. Uh, we will start with just a few words. I could have seen this coming, y'all. Uh, Phil Brooks is a great showman, but at some point, we all get to the, you know, I think he maybe hasn't realized it himself, but I think at some point you just don't got it anymore. And someone just needs to tap you on the shoulder and let you know it's okay to sit your old ass down. There are exceptions to these rules. You got the vampire Bobby Lashley, among others, who can wrestle at an elite level, in their golden years, if you will. Shout out to Blanche Rose and them, Golden Girls Lifetime Network, all of that. Phil is, he's very, he gives me Aaron Rodgers vibes, right? And, you know, all the talent in the world, you know, did some things early on that, he garnished and earned, his appraisal and earned the acclaim and all of that good stuff. But there's always just some baggage, right? Like, there's always something happening. There's always some drama. He's always got something to say or causing some issues, causing tiffs with people, when he was younger. And now that he's older, still that same kind of headache like Aaron Rodgers, whether it's, immunizations and, causing trouble with the media and talking about lists and Illuminati's and all the stuff that Aaron would cause, and was always talking about didn't want to have distractions, and he was looking forward to, he got his way, and the Jets were giving him the world, and how did he repay them? It was like 4 plays, bro, and he tried to do some young man stuff with an old man body, and it just gave out on him. Had it coming, not surprised. CM Punk, was out here doing house shows, lightly wrestling Dominic Mysterio. That's not exactly the tune up that you need, but maybe it was just giving the people what they wanted to see because Dominic was still hot, whatever, what have you. I I am not surprised that not only did they try to cater to this man by having him go in the end of the Rumble, he couldn't even make it through the Rumble before he got hurt, guys. He's he's like that car that comes off the lot. Immediately, the value's depreciated. He's like just so many different things that he's he's just he's full of himself and he's just not that guy anymore. He's not that dude. And he's just uh, the move set trash. the way he was trying to hype up the crowd, trash. His finisher looked weak. He could barely, just hang on for 20 minutes against anybody, and just doing routine stuff and got hurt. Like all of us here, well, the three of us in this triangle are all over 35, and some of us heading towards 40. And you just can't do the same stuff we used to. You just can't. And he's just I'm I'm it sucks, but they paid for a product that was not what it used to be. They were hoping to get something out of him, and they got their pops and they got their t-shirt sales. But in the end, he's not going to give you much because there's not much left for him to give. He can talk a little bit, and he gave one or two good promos. His wrestling, he's past that point. It's clear. He might as well be, and it looked like he was trying to turn the corner. It looked like he was doing some good things as far as, talking to the younger people and going to NXT. And, it looked like he was starting to act like a grown-up. And even if that part is true, for him to still try to go out there and be, in the top echelon of these wrestlers, I feel like at some point someone was going to have to carry him. I'm sure there's some AEW matches that I didn't see because I don't watch AEW that the wrestlers were carrying this dude. So I'm not surprised that Cody had to carry him. Even if he wasn't injured, he looked like he needed to be carried. He's just not that dude anymore. And tickled me surprised he got hurt.
Man, I swear before God.
And I was not nice. And I was being nice.
Oh, you ain't done.
Very, very classy. I swear before God, I was going to come on this podcast and I was not going to talk about this man's injury, not to the extent that I like, not in a like, ha ha, he, that's what you get way. I was literally going to come out here and have a heartfelt eulogy. I ain't gonna lie.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace to whatever kind of athleticism he had. It's gone.
I was gonna say this. I was gonna come over here and have a peaceful podcast. I was literally going to talk about that promo from last night. I literally was going to talk about how real it was, how Mackey's feeling for him. I swear before God. And right before we went live, Chef Justin said, I got some smoke for Phil Brooks, and I'll be damned if I don't listen to my fellas. This is a democracy. If he want to come on here and start the show by cooking CM Punk, by God, by golly, by George, I shall let him do so. So I'm going to say.
Evan, they were going to put this man in a main event. They were trying to push. They were trying to put a rocket on this man. For what? For who? For what? So you can get some more T-shirt sales. So Seth Rollins with a bad leg can carry him with. You kidding me?
So first of all, he would have had to do that. He would have had to carry him, and I don't necessarily like that per se. When you're at that level, this is what I will say. Speedy recovery to the man. I'm a firm believer in athletes should go out on their own terms.
Sure.
I will say that, but this is something else I will say. A while back, from the second that man was re-signed at AEW, and I seen a couple matches, and I'm not being funny here. Like, this is what I got all this pushback and all these people talking, and even people on my previous show talking about how he's not washed. And when I say someone's washed, I mean it, because when you're washed, you're washed. This ain't personal. This is coming from a guy that used to be a halfway decent basketball player. At my apex, I was at an NBA D-League draft, and I was trying to get to the NBA. What I'm trying to say is, I knew the second I lost my step. I knew it. Now, I can't be the only former athlete in the world that knows that. So what I'm trying to say is, most athletes know it and they ignore it. Because when you're in the gym, or you're doing your cardio, or you're running those ropes, you know Now, maybe Tony gave him an offer he couldn't refuse, and he came back.
Possible.
But when I see you in that ring and you're commanding X amount of dollars and you're saying you're the best in the world,
you got to give me more than 20 minutes.
You damn right. And that's all I will say. So after I said that, got all this pushback, I go, guys, are we watching the same matches here?
I mean,
are we watching the same matches? What's
Evan,
up?
You were there. What did he look like? Exactly.
That man came in at number 27 and was blown up within the first 5 minutes. Now listen. This ain't, I'm showing you I'm not piling on, but don't sit here and try to tell me when I listen, put it like this. When Mackie say a player or athlete's washed, he's washed. I'm telling you. This ain't me making stuff up. I have seen better athletes than him get washed. I've seen superstars. I'm talking about icons get washed. Icons. I'm talking about boxing, football, basketball. Man, listen, damn it. He ain't exempt. What we talking about right now?
Well, like you said, you was going for the NBA, and the NBA is the most exclusive job in the world because there's only 450 of them. There's only 30 teams. There's 15 spots. That's 15 times 3. That's 45. Throw the zero on there. It's hard. It's the hardest job in the world. So and those are the best athletes, because if anybody telling you right now they would give their left leg to be a basketball player, there's not as much taxing on your body as compared to the physicality of the other sports. It's just not. You ain't getting collisions like you are in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is.
Facts.
But hey, man, I'm not gonna pile on. I've already talked my shit on Phil Brooks on this show.
I wasn't gonna do it. I was not going. I swear. Listen. I swear to God, because we've done it. We've done it. But Chef has some smoke, and let me tell you something.
Smoke.
Let me tell you something.
I got a brisket to smoke for that ass.
Yo, I'm sorry. Listen, guys.
He said that mofo been waiting all day. 12 hours. It's about to come. Once you poke that fork in that bad
this
boy,
is an American podcast. This is an American podcast, and I believe in freedom of speech.
The first time he was wrestling on TV, y'all, and he got hurt.
Dog.
The third time he wrestled, and the first time on TV, he got hurt.
Future shy DDT, because
on a weak ass DDT.
Oh man. Evan, stop.
See, this is what I swore before. I swear to God. Listen.
If anything, I bring entertainment to the podcast. I'm sorry.
Oh man, why you get us started, Chef?
Listen. I'll be damned. No, because the only thing that pissed me off was like, because listen, there's nothing more powerful.
Exactly.
There's nothing more powerful.
What I thought. He got hurt jumping in the crowd.
That's what I said. Me and Evan were talking about this. Evan, what were we talking about this in May and June? I was like, that son of a biscuit got hurt jumping in the crowd. His kneecap hit a barricade and shattered. Where in what world does that happen in this young man? And I get what Mr. Paul Triple H with Levesque was thinking. He was thinking, we ain't gonna ask him to do as much. But I will say this. It did pop his tricep in his second match back after he came back the first time with WWE. It happened.
Yeah, listen.
Greatest wrestling match.
You could get hurt. Let me tell you something, man. But when you start getting older, this ain't no damn doctor, but this is just facts. When you start getting older, you have to really start taking care of your body a different way. The way the muscles and the cartilage, it moves a certain way. It tightens up. So you have to do a better job, whether you're doing yoga or you're working with a nutritionist. But what I'm trying to say is you can't cut corners anymore. If you think I'm crazy, look at Bobby Lashley. Look how Orton looked when he came back. Look how AJ Styles still looks.
Yo,
listen, with all due respect, what I'm trying to say is these guys are around the same age. I think Orton's 43, Punk's 45. What we talking about here? 2 years? I'm just saying, like, you have to do optimal things and be at the top of your game in that industry or any industry, if you want to consider athlete. And I feel bad for a CM Punk because of what he was trying to accomplish. Last night is the first time I really believe CM Punk. A lot of times CM Punk be capping because he's trying to convince everybody else he's the best in the world. CM Punk ain't been the best in the world when he said he was the best in the world after the pipe bomb. You must be crazy. I knew who was on that roster when he was saying he was the best in the world, and he was not. So that was a moniker. Damn it, you can't give yourself a nickname. That nickname need to be given to you. He gave himself that nickname. I don't play that.
You can't tell people you funny.
No, you either funny or you ain't funny. You the best. If people are the best in the world, you ain't got to tell them. They'll tell you.
Yeah,
facts.
So that always kind of rubbed me the wrong way, even when he was younger. But here goes my thing. I say I feel bad because last night was the first time I really, really believed him. He really, really wants to main event WrestleMania. He truly does. He truly does. And for him not to be able to do it, but people, you understand something here. They were doing their best to disguise and mask him, but you couldn't disguise and mask him in the Royal Rumble. He had to come in and do something. He probably was going to wrestle in the chamber. You have to give this dude some kind of tune-up and have him earn his way onto the WrestleMania card. That's what you have to do. So they was on, and these shows started coming up, and I was like, what are they going to do? What are they going to do? Because you can't hide this dude forever. This dude is going to have to wrestle. And everyone was like, ooh, he's wrestling Dominic Mysterio. I go, y'all, man, listen, that was a tune-up, the most pedestrian. Don't give me this because Dom's a heel. Man, get the hell out of here with that, man.
It's cardio.
That's cardio. Stop playing with me, man. And it was untelevised. Stop playing with me, man. It was untelevised. Oh, what was that MSG? So what? Mm-hmm. If you weren't there and you didn't get no cell phone footage, you didn't see a damn thing. That is how you hide somebody who they seen at the PC running the ropes. And they were like, okay, all right, we got to work something out here because he's okay. What we going to do? Okay, we got that live show coming up. All right, we'll throw him on that live show. But make no mistake, I was worried when I seen him versus Adam Page. I was worried when I seen them against MJF. Why, Evan? Two guys who were younger than him. And he looked sluggish. He looked like he was past his prime. And for anybody, I was getting sidetracked. What I meant to say, I said nostalgia is very powerful. They have done studies on nostalgia. That's why my wife is 38 years old and she still loves the Backstreet Boys, because they literally have linked nostalgia to youth. So if you fall in love with something when you're younger, and you fall in love with a wrestler or a person or a celebrity when you're younger, typically you do not fall out of love with them. So people that push back on me about this man, they are fans of him from back in the day. Where I separate myself from any person that talks either sports or wrestling is I have to let that go. If I'm have to be honest with y'all, and I'm telling you, it's not about liking Phil Brooks or not liking Phil Brooks. It's coming from a person that was a former athlete his damn self. When you're washed, you're washed. Period. I can't run up and down the basketball court 5 times without getting gassed. That's real. It's just, I'm done. Evan Mack is done. You know how hard that was for me to come to grips with? Paying pickup games and watching people run circles around me. That stuff is hard. It's very hard to come to grips with that when you can fancy yourself any kind of a competitor. But it's the facts. I don't give a damn who you like. I don't care who your fans are. You know how sad I am that Triple H can't wrestle, but I'm not going to lie to you and say he can. He can't. Mm-hmm. But that breaks my heart that one of my favorite wrestlers can't wrestle anymore. But I'm not going to sit here and come up in DMs and talk shit and say all these things about a person giving their opinion, knowing I'm right. I did not need to see this man tear his tricep in the Royal Rumble to know I was right about this dude being done. I knew it. I knew it when he signed a deal at AEW. I'm telling you, I knew it. I seen him running. And you think you don't have the right to be in the ring with Seth Rollins if you can't go. You don't got the right. You do not deserve to be in the ring with one of the greatest wrestlers to ever live at his prime if you can't sustain a match. Because I'm telling you right now, what pisses me off is he got hurt, because you would have seen that on full display in Philadelphia. That's what pisses me off. What pisses me off is the tricep tour, because if this dude was in Philly, man, I'd have been like, what we doing right here?
What are you doing, Heat?
Man, listen, man.
It sucks. Karma's undefeated, though. Karma is undefeated.
And I get it. Listen, I know he was trying to do some good, right? I know he was trying to, right some wrongs, and I feel like
he still got time to do that.
Yeah, and I'm like, is the juice still worth the squeeze? Is whatever moniker you want to use, and I don't think he's worth it. I just don't.
Yeah, we can say all we want to, but as long as the dude's getting millions of views, millions of clicks, he's always going to be worth it.
I'll always give him that. I've never said he wasn't compelling. It's, in this day and age, especially how hyperbolic everybody is, you can't say anything without something meaning something else. Two things can be true, because all the people hear is the negative stuff, or only people hear what they don't like. So on the one hand, I said this dude's washed up. It don't matter. I've said Manny was washed. I've said you know what I mean? And I love Manny Pacquiao. It's just being objective. Try it sometimes. It's not easy, but try being objective. It's not, but so then I'll say that, but then I'll also say he's compelling. He moves the needle. He's a draw. See, but that don't matter when I say all that. Y'all only hear the first part, but I've always been complimentary to what he does. He strikes a chord with an audience. I seen it. Before he got out, before I got to the line, that's all they were chanting. I will never understand it, ever.
Because it's cool.
I'll never understand. I mean, I literally have not had one person be able to give me a monologue on why y'all ride so hard for this dude. I've seen him at public appearances being a dick. I've seen him being rude to fans. I've seen him being rude to crowds of people when he's getting paid to be nice to people. I've seen... that's the stuff that bugs me out.
Yeah.
So I've never understood the love for the dude when he was getting cooked by Cena and Triple H. People pretending like he wasn't. I go, what world are we living in right now? It's so
like Chef cooked his ass.
It's so weird, man. So that's what kind of always threw me. I used to be like, you act like I'm talking about Hogan like this. Like, that's how y'all treat homeboy. Y'all treat him like I'm talking about Stone Cold. It's wild. It's wild. And I'm sitting back like, man, that's all I've ever been.
Didn't even get consideration for my top 10. Not even top 30.
I wish I might. I wish I might.
Not even a thought.
I told you.
The only time I thought about it was at this point in time.
Yeah, there's plenty of great wrestlers that won't make Hall of Fames. He's not top. No.
He gonna get it.
No, finish the thought. He's not top what?
He's not top
30.
Nope.
40.
Damn.
Maybe.
Okay. I love the honesty.
That's what this podcast is about.
Because for real, I got to give Chef all the credit in the world because he didn't put Seth Rollins in his top 10
at all.
And
he's not in my top 15, right?
Oh man, look,
he's not.
Look, credibility.
Yeah, listen, I swear. Let me put this disclaimer out one more time. I swear before God, I was coming on here about to say some nice stuff about this man. But don't get me if I start when I get started, boy. Listen. I
ain't been hearing nothing but shit about this dude. Like, I'm like, have y'all mofos not heard me on this podcast? Late wasted.
That's why I was gonna be. I'm telling you, that's what.
Like I'm Imagine Dragons up in here.
I tell you,
I was coming on here half full until Chef started cooking.
I tell you what, this will be the last time I say old Voldemort's name, so I'm gonna just let it out now.
Hey man, shout out to McIntyre, man. I've been laughing all day.
Hey,
that boy is on another level.
Hey, he said,
with that
like
shit. I'm sorry, Drew. I was not familiar with your game. I did not know you had it in him. Did you see the Michael Jordan meme?
Bro, in real talk, and I'm telling people think it's a game, man. Like, McIntyre,
dude on another level.
He's not playing, no, man.
He ain't playing.
He's not playing.
He said,
it's just
for it. I said,
guys don't get it. Guys don't get it twisted. He probably for real did, like for real.
He had that one in the draft.
People don't understand, man. When they bring the realness to wrestling, when they bring the realness, man, I'm telling you right now, Drew McIntyre, that is not for show. That man is dead ass. He's dead ass.
Bro, did you see the way he was looking at that man? I said he hate this dude for real.
Like for real.
Oh my God. He said, I tried to hurt your bitch ass for real. I said, oh my God. That dude was laying next, cuddling up next to his wife. He looked up. He said, Gordon, I don't know if you're real, but if you are, could you please not let CM Punk make it to Wrestlemania? And that boy pulled up yesterday. Did you see how he looked at him? Did you see how he looked at that man in the ring? I said, Drew, boy, if I hated somebody, I want to hate him like Drew McIntyre.
He ain't playing, bro.
Hater of the year. Player hater of the year.
Man of the century. What do you mean of the year?
He said, I am not messing with you as a record label, staff, or crew.
I still can't believe this dude.
Chef. Listen, I told you I don't wish injuries on nobody, but I will tell you this. I told you that's my only regret. That's my only regret. Not him getting exposed butt naked to the world in April.
You talking about like dude at Bass Pro Shops, huh?
Strip. Seth Rollins was going to strip this dude butt naked and expose him in that ring. Straight up.
Everyone walked out in handcuffs butt naked.
He'd have straight dog walked this dude all over Philadelphia. I promise you. And everybody would have pretended like this was the best match ever. Even though Seth Rollins is playing with one hand behind his back, coming off a knee injury, he'd have still been running like zip, 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 zip. And that's what pisses me off. What pisses me off is this dude next year going to be a year older. Mm-hmm. By the way, 6 months is what they call an estimate. 6 months is called barring any setbacks. Mm-hmm. Okay. So let me know in 6 months, unless he's Benjamin Button, you don't get younger in 6 months. You get older. Okay. All right, man. I'll go ahead.
You think War Games? War Games is realistic. November, that's 10 months.
Okay. I got it. I got you. Yeah, that works. When's Backlash? Is it too soon?
Way too soon. Hey, I guarantee you Charlotte Flair will make it back before he does.
Oh, I bet this podcast she will. Charlotte Flair about to come back tomorrow.
Oh my God. Dude.
I got jeans that are less washed than him.
What? Oh my God.
See, that just came out. I didn't even mean that.
I just got a blister from that oil you just spilled. Jesus Christ. Take the fish out.
I apologize, America.
Oh,
listen.
Mercy.
So let's
Are you done, Chef? You need some more time?
No, we can actually do the podcast now.
Are you sure? We can revisit this if you need it, bro.
No,
I know you got a couple more.
We Gucci. No, we Gucci. Go ahead.
So we had
bad for him.
So we had there was a Royal Rumble match. There was a men's and women's Rumble match. It was a women's Rumble match. And to me, it was like Triple H kind of first real Royal Rumble with a whole bunch of things hanging over his head. His real input on a match. And I just want to go across the board and get like a letter grade. We can go from A to F. You can throw some minuses up in there. Let me start with Chef. Give me a grade of Triple H's Royal Rumble, and you can even go men and women's. That's fine.
So I think the women's Rumble gets an A+.
For sure.
I don't love the order of the pay-per-view in general. I think it put the U.S. Championships match in a terrible spot to come after Roman in a fatal 4-way, right? So I think they weren't going to win regardless. That almost is the match for you to go to the bathroom, and that's unfortunate because you had to sit through the first hour of the Women's Rumble, and then you weren't going to get up because they did the fatal 4-way right after that. So, great match too. Like on the rewatch, like it was a great match, and
love the ref spot.
Right, love the ref spot. Love the brass knuckle thing. The Roman match, I probably would give that probably like a B-.
I think you're
Because
being kind, sir.
I am being kind because it was supposed to, like, you should have him look strong and not have a
Mhm.
finish that was hijinks, even though it was no DQ. So you didn't need Solo. Like
Got to chill with the solo run-ins, man.
there's
Got to
enough
chill.
there's enough
We'll
men in
get
the
to that.
match. There's enough men in the match that you didn't need a run in because it's already no DQ. So like you don't need help because there's three other guys who are trying to hit the other guy and you. You know, so B- is kind because it was entertaining
Yeah,
and
it was.
it kept some people strong because AJ can eat a pen and he's fine. And
Yeah,
Randy was protected, and for some reason LA was protected. I don't know about that.
that's very interesting.
You know, he just took a Superman punch and got out of the way. So that was a little interesting. The Kevin Owens match, I would give that honest like a B plus. It was pretty good. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I don't give it an A because of the fact that Logan Paul's got his crew constantly coming out to help him. So, it don't get an A for me. The men's Rumble match, I'll give it an A. Right in the middle. So I give it like a 92.
I get you an A.
So,
Like an A minus.
It's right on the border because it had good moments. I think they had to readjust on the fly given what happened, to other superstars who weren't going to be there, and I think they did really well with what they were given. Both men and women. There's plenty of talent. There's plenty of people. That you had 30 entrants without having anybody from the Fatal 4-Way, right? You had, and the same, for. You didn't have to see Kevin Owens come in the Rumble because he lost. You didn't have to see LA Knight or anybody run back out, like they've done in the past where, Brock Lesnar loses a title and comes back out in the Rumble, right? Like you didn't have to see anything happen like that. So I think they were able to showcase a lot of talent and bring back some faces. Some of our guesses were right. Some didn't happen, men's and women. So I think creatively Triple H is working with a full deck, and I think he used it pretty much to the best of his ability without having Mercedes show up and without having Brock and without no legends, right? I think that's a plus. I hate sometimes when it's too many legends. Like
it's a throwaway. You know they ain't winning.
Right. So like what's the point? Like they had people come in that you knew weren't winning, like a Ricochet, or whatever, or Dom or JD. That was
but to your point, this is what like Will Foss said, no legends. But this is my thing. This is what I kind of like about his Rumble. Use those spots to highlight your young talent. I'm sorry, like I'm not trying to see a bunch of legends come in and then hot dog around and then get thrown over the top rope in less than 2 minutes.
Well, I feel like he did. I mean, he had Braun. He had.
That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. He used a spot and Mello did great. Braun Breaker did great. Mm-hmm. Like they had spots and impact and showed the world what they could do. That's what to me you should start using these spots for. No disrespect to these legends. No disrespect to these legends at all. But that's too gimmicky for me. Put like this, Braun. That's the best I've seen Braun Breaker look. Those spots they put him in. He looked good, man. Mello looked amazing. He looked amazing because people don't really understand. People still don't know who the young man is, and Triple H understands that. And you put him in front of those Rumble eyes, it's a good thing. Simone Watchman says the Pat slot killed momentum because I'm telling you that to me was supposed to be Brock Lesnar's spot, and they will never tell me anything else. Pat McAfee wasn't even in the right shoes. He didn't even bring the right shoes to the arena. That's what gave it away. Pat was asked to do that. You know how I know is because they script out things. Mm-hmm. Pat didn't even do a spot. Mm-mm. That's how you know. Because they would have woven a spot into like a toss out and things like that. They scrambled because they didn't have another slot to fill. That was supposed to be Brock Lesnar's spot. No question about it. And he was supposed to set up something with Gunther, but there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. Mm-hmm. You'll never convince me otherwise. That pass spot was very out of place. very out of place. Yeah, in the belt God's point, Andrade came out. Yeah, he looked cool. He always does. But last night proves my point once again. Standing there, not understanding English in a segment. Standing there, not understanding English. So what are we gonna do with Andrade? I'm glad he's there. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna
Charlotte's
do with
there
him?
too. She could be his mouthpiece.
She gonna have to be. She gonna have to be.
There's an option though,
Dude,
and that is a spectacular mouthpiece to have.
Dude stood there like a statue last night at Raw because he don't know what the hell they talking about.
Yeah, and that backstage, that was awful.
That's what he did, bro. Yo, listen,
but
bro.
Charlotte ain't there though, Evan.
Does your girl speak English? What the hell y'all be doing? What's up?
He's teaching her Spanish.
I am so sick of these people. Like Andrade look good, man. You need to get your ass out the gym and get your ass on Rosetta Stone. That's what you need to do. You need to get on. You need to get on Duolingo immediately.
Escobar speaks English.
Guys.
And he's from Mexico City.
I have got this down.
Barely any accent.
It's not even about the accent. Gunther has an accent. It's not about the accent.
No,
Gunther is from Austria. English is like this.
English
is like Mexico. Gunther's third language. Like this is my point. Is you listen? All you people and the people you like, if they cannot cut a promo in English, they are useless.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have triggered Evan Mack.
Boy, I can't stand it.
36 minutes in.
Because Santos Escobar looks like $1 million, 100% Mexican, and speaks English. That's how you bridge the gap. I'm keeping it real with you. I'm speaking because I know this country. We ain't talking about me as a wrestling fan. Everybody always thinks I'm talking about y'all. No, I'm talking about that casual viewer that freaks out when a guy sits there and speaks a different language. I just want y'all to know that's the majority of America. I hate to break it to you. I've explored this country. Trust me, they still think every person that's Hispanic is Mexican. I know people from my hometown, they don't know how to separate a Puerto Rican from a Mexican. This is the country we're living in. I want people to understand that. So if you stand around in a promo like an asshole, not knowing how to speak English, you just, okay, listen, we'll see. You go ahead, Andrade. You keep standing around and being like,
hey, man,
you keep doing that. You keep nodding your head because you don't know what they're saying. I could be talking about your mama and you would not know.
Hey, you got
Go ahead.
You ain't right, Evan. You got the ring and around in the back talking about in his third language. You said, "Oh, not perfect." Well, he said, "Nobody's perfect, but I'm damn close." I said, "Slow down,
Samoa Watchman."
Slow down, big boy. You a bad boy. Don't you ever say some shit like that again. He said, "Nobody's perfect, but I'm damn close." I said, "I might get that tatted."
Samoa Watchman. Back in the 80s, we were doing it. Kayfabe speaking foreign language, but they could do it back. Correct, bro. Times have changed. And with all due respect, Samoa Watchman, what was that person always? What were they always? Heel, yes or no?
Every single time.
Every time. Why?
Every time.
Because it was the American versus the foreign invader. You see what I'm trying to say? That's not good enough. That's not good enough. Like being the foreign, the foreigner that the USA. No. Speak English. Speak English. Because
Sergeant Slaughter turned heel because he went with a foreign ally. That's all they did back in the day.
That's all they did.
Go heel, go with a foreigner.
That's all they did.
How about that?
That's all they did.
That's it.
That's it. Guys, I'm just letting you know you're limited. Not from me. I know what Andrade can do. I know him and versus Gargano was a great match. You guys keep on saying that. That's the nerd in you talking. That's the wrestling nerd in you talking. I am talking about merch moving, main eventing, and getting over. The only thing that people really care about. But
hey, man, put that shit on the shirt. Put it on the shirt. Say it one more time, Evan. You said merch moving. What else was it? We gotta put that on the shirt. Kick rocks on the back. We gonna put that on the front. Kick rocks on the back.
But that's what it's all about. But Evan, that's BS. Shinsuke main event at WrestleMania. I go, and was he over? You know how I know Shinsuke's not over? Because every time his music dropped, that's all people do. That's all people do. The theme song. That's all they do. Don't play with me, man. I'm there. I was there. Like he main evented because they slotted him in the main event. When's the last time he was there though?
And he lost. Forgotten about.
I wonder why he lost. I wonder why he lost. Because he would have to have the title and carry it. Man, Asuka got the title. Asuka is an anomaly. She didn't have it long. She did not have it. Bro, I'm telling you, they don't know what to do with foreigners. They don't. They know it.
Not.
They know it. Put it like this. You know why gender is effective? Hindi and English. He speaks Hindi and English fluently. He can go to India right now, drop a promo in Hindi, fly back to America, cut a promo against The Rock. That's incredible. That's incredible value, man. It is. And you can't always save Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman can't save everybody.
No,
I have an exception.
Give me something.
Wait.
Why? So explain EO.
Is EO over though?
Bailey's her mouthpiece as well. And she's got Dakota Kai. She's not really.
And I love EO. EO is one of my favorite wrestlers in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And she has the championship. Has it been a good championship run? Has it?
There's also exceptions to the rule as well.
Oh, I always say there's an exception. Oscar's an exception. EO is.
But no, it hasn't been stellar. No,
it really hasn't, bro.
Not
it hasn't.
Even really good.
And I'm gonna tell you why. Bro. They can't have her cut a promo. They can't. And EO is one of my favorite wrestlers in the world. I mean, to connect with the casual fan, they don't know how to connect with people that aren't like them. I'm just letting you know, this is America we're talking about here. This is just the country I live in the country that I know. When you're in Japan, promos are like whatever. But I will tell you this, when Kenny learned to speak Japanese, he was the most over foreigner ever. Because he learned to embrace the culture. It goes both ways.
Hey, this whole segment, Evan need to have "I'm a Real American" playing in the background.
You damn right.
Yeah, hey, cut that, L. Cut it. Also,
the whole thing.
I was thinking about this the other day, Ev, and this could be a topic for another day, but food for thought. I think that's the reason why Sheamus is the greatest foreign superstar in history. And nobody talks about him enough. But if you really think about it, the fact that he can represent Europe along with being in America and being able to cut promos in English, that's just stellar. And Drew McIntyre, sure, at this point in time, he's better. But pertaining to his career, I mean, he's a 4-time champion. I mean, what more can you say? The dude's stellar.
Y'all come talk to me when y'all see these main events for this WrestleMania card. Y'all come talk to me then. And then the next year, and then the next year, and then the next year. WWE recognizes value in foreign prospects. They recognize the value. They're not dumb. They're a global brand. Make no mistake. Xia Li speaks English. Make no
Very
mistake.
Well.
So if they ever start hitting up China, guess who's gonna start getting the push?
Mm-hmm.
All right, man. Listen, I'm just letting you know how they roll, bro. I'm just letting you know how they roll. That's how they roll. It's not about. I'm telling you how it is. I'm not telling you how I like it to be.
Who's that girl? Julia, Giulia. She speaks English as well, and she's Japanese. Why do you think they're bringing her over there? They're trying to tap into the market globally, but they're not going to tap into the market globally if your ass can't speak a lick of English. You got to be able to breach both markets.
Bro, listen.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm telling you, I swear, this is not me personal. This is not my personal thing. My favorite place I've ever been in my life is Japan. Ever. I'd move there tomorrow if I could. This ain't about this. I try to tell people what I know. And I've lived in this country as an American black man and still can't go to certain places without being looked a certain way. That's me as a person who speaks English. So don't sit here and try to tell me that a Japanese person can just blend in. When Asians were getting attacked because of COVID, they were attacking every Asian.
Mm-hmm.
You know why? Because they couldn't even differentiate a Chinese person from a Japanese person, from a Thai person to a Filipino person, from someone from Taiwan. Don't play with me about this stuff. I can break this down, man. They don't just hand down master's degrees to Negroes. I got mine. Check it
I'm
out.
about to say, you got 2, right?
Check your boy. Listen, they were beating up and harming, and I mean all races in America. We're beating them and harming every kind of Asian because they thought they might be Chinese. Didn't even know who they were. So you trying to tell me they think a Japanese person cutting a promo in Japanese, that's not a threat to them? It is. In this country, it is. This country is wild, man. Have you anybody that live in this country? Do you understand what really goes on? And not these big major cities. Everyone's like, Evan, I go, you live in a big city. Shut the hell up. You're in a melting pot. My dad's from Mobile, Alabama. My mother's from a certain place. I went to Mississippi. I lived in North Carolina. I lived in Oklahoma. It is vastly different.
There's still places in Mississippi and Alabama we can't go and get out of there alive.
Period. Would have a problem getting out. So if you don't think a foreigner freaks out a casual wrestling fan, they don't even know, because they don't know how to connect. There's people that still come up to me that are very nice that try to relate to me by talking about black stuff. Evan, did you watch Black Panther? Evan, do you like Denzel? Like, they don't know how to relate.
Evan, you ain't right.
It's facts.
That's the truth.
Man.
That's the truth.
It's the truth, man. So and I think EO is the truth. But they're like, oh, okay, what? All right. Like, for example, before I move on, we were doing the press thing last year's Wrestlemania. And these are wrestling fans and wrestling, so-called wrestling journalists. EO and Dakota hit the press junket. Let me just to put a cap on this. EO and Dakota hit the press junket. Now, this is fans and so-called wrestling journalists. They were shitting their pants. Why? When she was making her way around to them. Why? When they seen EO. They were like, is she... Oh, wait, are we interviewing EO? You know why? Because they were afraid of how to connect with her in an interview. I'll never forget it. I was sitting there with Heidi. Heidi was like, how are you? How you feeling right now? I go, I'm fine. I'll send y'all the interview. I'm fine. I'm whatever. It's whatever. I said, Dakota's there. Dakota will help out. And I'm gonna show you this interview. I'm talking to EO, and Dakota's trying to do a translation thing. And it's a difficult interview because I'm trying to interview her. But what I'm trying to say is people were shaking in their boots because they didn't know what they were going to get. And that's people that know her. Like, man, it's very hard to connect with a person that's a different than you, that speaks a different language than you. When I was hooping in Germany, I couldn't speak a lick of German. I looked like an asshole. Straight up. I looked like a fool while everyone's speaking German. I'm sitting there like, hey, what's up, guys? Like that. Like, that's some very intimidating, scary stuff. But what I'm trying to say is we can hold on tight to old Andrade, but if this dude can't say anything more than hola and como está, he's going to be in trouble. He's going to
do está bien.
No
habla español, señor. I ain't Mexican either. Don't get it confused.
Andrade, I don't care how much you can bench press, bro. I want to know if you know your ABCs, man. That's what I want to know.
Trying to tell you,
bro. I swear to God, I'm tired of this. When I see Santos Escobar cutting the promo in the hot suits, flipping all over the place.
That dude is stellar.
Well, how Eddie Guerrero get over, y'all? How?
That dude.
Come on, man. Latino Heat.
Yeah.
And had the thick accent. How Alberto Del Rio get over? Man, come on, man. What we talking about? It ain't about where you from. It's about the language.
You gotta be able to relate to people. At the bank, like to your point, at the bank, it's difficult talking into a phone, having somebody translate it, and then they read it. It's just tough because
it's tough.
There's a delay, and sure, it could end up being great because you could be great at what you do, but still it's not as easy as if you're able to speak fluently, and it's nobody's fault. Or if there's an interpreter there, you're taught to speak to the person, and the interpreter will relay the message, but you're speaking to the person. So it's kind of difficult because you're talking to a person, but yet you're talking through a person. It's just tough. It's
tough. It's tough. That's all I'm saying. In the connection that people don't have. I'm talking about middle America. I'm not talking about real diehard wrestling fans that love Kazuchika Okada and things like that. Not the ones that like New Japan or like the culture or like Joshi. Not talking about those people. Clearly, it's obvious I'm not talking about y'all. If you're getting triggered, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about these sucker MCs out here that keep thinking they're in pretend land. I like Shinsuke. Oh, okay. All right. I don't believe you, but that's okay. I don't believe you. Think you like singing the song. I think you like to singing the song.
You like working out to the song. It's okay.
I think that's what it is.
So,
as soon as they got done singing the song, he got tossed. They were like, huh. When he got like, meh.
We got Japanese Michael Jackson. Oh, that's real cool. That's what they think.
Someone asked, can they get by with little phrases? What say you guys?
They got to say more than 7 or 6 letter words because you got to be able to speak in complete.
Yeah, it's not funny anymore. Like when they did Funaki like that, like it's not.
You see what bro?
Cute.
It's not cute. It's not cute.
We are highly intelligent human beings these days. And people, even though they have an accent, we know they can speak the English language. They should speak the English language if you're on TV because, again, you're on TV, not trying to get to the hardcore fans. You're trying to get commercial. You're trying to get the mainstream fans. So you have to speak in a way that's able to be understood. There is a reason they're panning to Taylor Swift every single NFL game she's at. There's a reason. There's a reason because little 8 to 13 to 15, maybe even 17-year-old white girls weren't watching the NFL. Now they are. Why are they watching the NFL? Why are they Chiefs fans? And why is Travis Kelce got the best-selling jersey? I wonder why.
Because
the biggest pop star. They took a recipe from the WWE.
She's all-American girl. She's an all-American girl next door. Period.
And you'd be a fool not to use her.
I swear to God, listen, I don't make these rules. I have just figured them out because I got a daddy and I got a mommy, and they told me. And they go, Evan, peep it. If you ever think there's going to be a black quarterback more popular than a Tom Brady, like I'm talking about a real Negro, like for real. Yeah. They will be super, super popular, but not as popular as a white guy. It's how the deck is stacked. Evan, what about Dwayne Johnson? He's safe. Dwayne's safe. Will Smith is safe. You guys know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a real, you know what is never going to be.
Matt.
Bro. He scared the hell out of people. Bro, and Chadwick was beloved, but not until he really passed. Listen, it's guys, it's not about, and it's not even about racism. It's just about what people do. That's why the commercials that are really successful, they'll take all these hip hop and black elements, put a bunch of white people in them. And you know what I mean? And they'll roll with it. And it's safe. It's safe. Me as a black man has started to see the transition and the change and the acceptance. I have seen it, especially even in the mainstream media. They're overcorrected. They're freaking out. They are. But make no mistake, them panning up to Taylor Swift, unless it was Beyonce, like Taylor Swift is apple pie. She is. If you don't think it's because she, put it like this, when they showing them crime stories on 2020, what's the most tragic ones they always show? What's the ones? It's a beautiful, wholesome white girl that had her life tragically taken by some sucker MC.
Ever.
And it's just facts because I mean, beautiful, gorgeous, blonde girl, and that is like a devastating tragedy. I watched 2020. I watched the ones where ain't too many.
In our lifetime, the most devastating tragedy was JonBenet Ramsey, and it was a white girl.
Mm-hmm. I'm just saying that's the comfort of this country. It's comfort. It's not, this ain't no damn history lesson. It's just what y'all know. Y'all see this stuff, man.
We know, man. How we even get down this path?
I go down that path. I go down that path to let you know. But I go down this path to let you know that it's that thing I just said is the broader of why it's like that for
Yeah.
wrestling. That's all I'm trying to
Absolutely.
say.
No, I'm saying that was a trigger. That was crazy how we just tiptoed down that path. That was a beautiful conversation, but crazy way we got to it.
That's what I love about the show. You know, we're gonna talk about different things,
We're
things
gonna
that I
talk
think are
about it.
about
So
honestly. Go ahead, Chef.
so really what we should get back to, as I am the
You
level-headed
always do it.
individual. See, I was only triggered to certain things. I got to bring y'all back. So let's reset. And
Uh-oh.
the question was the letter grade. So DPJ, what is your letter grade for Triple
Oh
H?
yeah. I was like, I was like, damn, I wasn't even gonna get to go.
Right.
But
One of us,
heavyweight
one
beat.
of us got to keep
Okay.
the podcast on
All
track.
right. In all honesty, I think the best part of the Rumble was the women's Rumble. I'd give that a solid A. I love the big surprise of Jordan Grace. That was unexpected. I like the fact we got Naomi. We knew we were going to get Jade Cargill. And the way it went, it was kind of unpredictable. Of course, I would love it the best because I picked Bailey. But hey, let's not pat myself on the back.
You can do that.
If you don't toot your own horn, you won't hear no music sometimes. So you best
Facts.
do it. Man, I was hot that I ain't picked Cody because I wanted to pick Cody, but I was like, man, I'm just gonna roll with what I said. But a part of me thinks they knew Punk popped his tricep and they went with Cody in the middle of their match because they seen him do the little thing and they could have did a little bit of audible. We don't know.
You think Cody was supposed to lose, huh?
I don't know. But if you know somebody tore their tricep when it happened and you know the Mania match went to shit because they were talking, it was like, hey, I think it popped. And if you know it popped, you might want to go with the glass in case of emergency and roll with Cody Rhodes. It's just a thought because he's not at Mania anymore. But I personally wouldn't have went with an A for the men's Royal Rumble. I would have went with a B-. I think it was very predictable. I thought that there were lulls in the Rumble. I thought the Pat McAfee Rumble spot could have went to Trick Williams. That would have been way more exciting. And Melo was still in the Rumble. And then he just hops out of there because you seen him in 6-inch cowboy boots like he was going to a country line dancing concert. What in the hell are you doing, Pat McAfee?
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready to wrestle.
And really the biggest surprise was Andrade coming back, but we knew he was coming back eventually. So I'm just saying it was predictable. They did the best that they could, but you knew either Cody Rhodes or CM Punk was going to win. And I honestly thought CM Punk was going to win because he was going to go against Seth Rollins, but I should have known that they had him advertised for the Chamber and they didn't have Cody advertised for the Chamber and the back-to-back on Raw. A part of me was feeling that, but I was like, damn, I just didn't want to go against my pick. I just didn't want to go against my pick because it was 50-50 one or the other, unless The Rock was going to pull up. But they don't have them in the bag yet. I don't know what they're waiting on. I guess
it's always Dwayne, man. Ain't got nothing to do with them.
We know what they're waiting on, but I think the rumors are going around in the dirty ass sheets that he's going to be the host. But who cares about him being the host? We've seen that before.
Nobody.
If you're gonna fight Roman Reigns. Nobody gives a damn about you being the host. Nobody cares about anything unless you bring your beige ass to WrestleMania and fight Roman Reigns. Yeah, I could call him that. I'm beige too. We can get away with
you're
that.
Right.
Yeah. So, and then the Kevin Owens Logan Paul match was pretty good, but unfortunately, like Chef said, it was a decompression match. You got to take a deep breath because it was in an awful spot.
Yo, Jerome, cut you off. Jerome's right. She does. Maxine.
She does need some work because she's
wonderful. She's wonderful.
Well, even though that's a small scrape. I didn't say they were perfect. I said they got an A. A could be a 95.
That was the best. That was the best Rumble match of the night. That was the best Rumble match of the night.
So, like I said, an A, bruh. Let me get back to what I was saying, but she does need some work because you can't stop in the middle of a tilt-a-whirl hurricane around her because they kept her spinning. It was awful, but she still knew. Let her get a little bit of work. The spot could have went to somebody else, but at the same time, she's earned it with the work that she's done with the Alpha Academy. So let her. We can't sit here and ask AEW to let their wrestlers work and get better and not let WWE do the same. There's 30 damn spots for 30 women's wrestlers. she don't deserve shit. She earned one of them spots.
Big
But
facts.
back to Kevin Owens, Logan Paul, that was a good B+ because there was a lot of things going on with it, and that spot alone with the referee was beautiful. I loved it. I loved the production. Shout out JMC. We love you too, and I hope your parents are doing all right. And now we're going to the WWE.
By the way, did you guys
match.
see that? Did you guys see that Kevin Owens was fighting with a fractured foot?
Fractured foot, stellar.
Beast.
Yeah, Barry's Pride. Tell him, watch, man. Let him know. Let him know. Anyway, back to the WWE Championship match. I thought that was a C+ at best. Maybe give it a C. It was terrible. I'm so sick as a Roman Reigns fan, number one guy, seeing the same cookie cutter ass formula every single time. And then Solo, we see your ass every time in a damn hoodie. We know it's you. You ain't shocking nobody. Bring your ass out there. We see the blind coming through the top of that damn hood. You ain't surprising nobody. We see your barefoot ass when you walked out there. Smelling up the joint, them funky ass feet of yours. Put some damn shoes on. Damn, I thought Matt Riddle left without the damn shoes on. Now we gotta deal with your funky foot ass kicking people with barefoot. But anyway, I'm so sick of the same formula. It's stupid. We understand, and Roman Reigns is more than great enough to win these damn matches.
Clean.
Y'all. Clean. He doesn't need help. He stacked freaking Edge and Daniel Bryan in the same night.
Stackage.
And then what are we doing? So I'm ready for the title reign to end. Yeah, rinse and repeat. Yeah, rinse and repeat. They ain't even hit the dry cycle. They ain't even throw it in the dry. It's just the same old shit. And I'm sick of it because let me go into what we were talking about, Roman Reigns fatigue. I just want to go ahead with just my part real quick because it leads into it. The Roman Reigns fatigue because they lost the creativity of it all.
No, that was a question. I didn't know. That was a question. I didn't know you agreed.
No, I agree with it. Because it come Elimination Chamber. That's when all the steam was let off the ship. Then you go into WrestleMania and it was stellar, but he pinned Cody Rhodes with the same formula again, okay? And then now we move forward. And then you had the Jey Uso of it all. And after he lost to Jey Uso, it completely lost steam. It's been boring. And we don't care about the bloodline without Roman Reigns. Matter of fact, they should have never put his ass on Raw. It ruined the story. The story hasn't even been good. And I don't give a damn what anybody says. You know what pisses me off is when people tell you unless you've done it. I showed y'all a clip. Hey, your boy done did a wrestling match before. But anyway, that's another story for another day. But, you got to be in the business, know what you're talking about. Man, I've been watching this shit for 32 years. I'm an expert at watching this. I know what I've seen. And I'm going to tell y'all, as one of his biggest fans, it's tiring. We're done. We're sick of it. After the shit happened with Sami Zayn, it's been the last, February? The last 11 months essentially have been irrelevant. It doesn't matter how long you keep the title reign if it means nothing. And I love the dude. And you're risking the chance of now letting Seth Rollins actually speak truth to power and being the number one champion. You're allowing him the opportunity to make it seem like, damn, maybe I guess it might be Seth Rollins versus Cody Rhodes. We know it ain't gonna happen, but even the thought of it should even be out there. What are you allowing to happen? Paul Heyman, what the hell are you doing? I don't understand it. Y'all allowing this phenomenal storyline just dwindle away like dandelion dead seeds in the wind. That's what it's happening. Yeah, your boy creative over here, but that's just how I feel, man. And it was on my channel. I told y'all I had something to say, but I didn't want to say it in the chat. I wanted to get on wax and say it, and this coming from his guy, but I'm sick and tired of the same shit. Go ahead, Chef. Won't say you're proud of me either. No.
So first, beautiful t-shirt. Appreciate the t-shirt.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to Whitney. God rest her soul.
I'm not actually. So I agree with everything you just said. Actually, but I'm not fatigued because I'm still entertained by a lot of it. But I think the problem is, and the perfect way I can illustrate this is, you said it's the same cookie cutter like recipe, if you will, for what they're doing in the ring, right? In the stories and whatnot, and what plays out in a match. The
The
funny thing is
same way for
the
2
same thing, right?
years.
Right. So for me, the funny thing is I'm not fatigued because I'm entertained. Like they have put more creativity into this man's TikToks than what he does in the ring right now.
Damn,
And
y'all,
like
y'all
everything,
on one tonight. Y'all are on one
everything. I'm
tonight.
sorry, his TikToks are
It's the truth,
fire, and his
though.
social media clips are fire. And the
Fire.
things that they do, like the exclusive WWE clips, the things they do, the walkthroughs or the promos in Gorilla, or when they're walking through somewhere, like
Incredible.
A plus.
Incredible.
Him reacting to people winning, A plus. When someone cuts a promo and then he does a TikTok making fun of them, amazing.
Incredible.
But this is clearly like he's got a great social media team now, and now he needs to hire a better team. If him and Paul are controlling what happens in these matches, or
They are.
how, then they need help. Because they gave us a back way, a few months ago, they gave us a third inning analogy, right? Well, motherfucker, we in a rain delay, and it's time to get back on the field and play ball.
Damn! My boy!
All right, man. All right, hold on.
Is this
y'all show
microphone on? Hello?
y'all are y'all showing y'all ass tonight. Hold on, man. Listen. First and foremost, Women's Royal Rumble A+ for me. Fantastic move with bringing someone in from Impact to make an impact.
Stellar.
Jade, it was a great presentation. Everybody pumped the brakes on next big thing. She still needs work, but that is not the issue. The issue was to highlight her. The perfect place to highlight her is the Royal Rumble. Couple spots here, couple spots there. Show strength, show athleticism, show the physique, show the star power, show her in a positive light. That's what they did. Now put her back in the PC, have her cook so she can become WWE champion one day, which she will be.
Mm-hmm.
And that was great. Naomi coming back. Who the hell don't like Naomi?
Mm-hmm.
Who the hell don't? Who the hell don't like a positive, beautiful, athletic, talented person? You know what I mean? So welcome back, Naomi. Match stole the show for me. Worthy of ending the night, to be honest with you, because it was the better Rumble. Roman Reigns in a fatal 4-way, fine match because the people involved in the match were quality. They were top tier. Top 5 was in that match for me. One of the hottest prospects in the business. LA Knight was in there. AJ Styles, whose legacy has already been cemented, was in there. Then you have Roman Reigns. My issue with Roman Reigns and what's going on is, and the reason why I presented the question is, I was there, and the moment has finally arrived. The moment that I didn't think would arrive. As soon as that man's music drops, to me, the greatest theme song in wrestling is that man's music because it goes with him. And when I hear that music, I get goosebumps every single time. Like literally, I was kind of like chilling, and then I heard that dude's music drop, and I'm telling you, man, I go crazy because when they show him on that camera with that slow bop coming to that ring, as God is my witness, is God is my witness, truly. Every time they show him on that screen, when that music and him walking down there, I said, that is the greatest wrestler alive. I say it every time. I say it. I looked at Heidi. I go, Heidi, this is the greatest wrestler alive. It's not even close. It's the way they present him with that music. With that being said, that
digital version of him bugs me. It's so terrible.
Yeah. No, I hate that. I hate that. I'm talking about that camera shot with that slow bop, and it's the shot that's like the medium up and it's pointed up to him. He literally looks like Thanos. No joke. Every time. And that's because the greatest production crew in the world is there, and WWE is the greatest production crew in the world. They are the GOATs. No one's better. No one is better.
And they're getting better.
No one's better at production and camera angles in the world wrestling entertainment, and don't let anybody tell you any different. So with that being said, when I say the moment has arrived, and I asked this question is because this is the first time since the Bray Wyatt spear. I'm telling you, when that man's music dropped, it was a cascade of boos. I don't care what it was on the TV. I was like, what the? Oh, I said, are we here? Oh, fans are finally tired. They're finally tired of Roman Reigns with the title. It didn't even happen at SoFi. Even when Cody was the overwhelming babyface, they were cheering for him. Belt God was there. It wasn't Roman Reigns boos. It was split 50-50. Royal Rumble, they were booing. When Solo came out, they booed. When I'm trying to say, and I'm talking about not heat boo, I'm like pissed off. Okay, we're tired of this boo.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay, we're here. We're finally here where people are tired of Roman Reigns having the title. People actually are tired of the run. And I believe they're tired of the run because everything that you and DP highlighted.
Well, hold on though. If I can defend the crowd,
Please.
isn't that, I mean, that's my other hometown. Isn't that town like very Hulk Hogan and Dusty still? So do you think that's because they're so pro Hogan that they don't want him to break the streak? And
I would
pro Cody maybe.
I would have agreed with that until Hogan's came up on the screen and they booed him.
Oh, well then never mind.
They booed him. I would 100% agree with. Also,
I was trying to give St. Pete some credit. My bad.
No. I know it's a good example. But also, what I realized is it was that in number one, number two, Royal Rumble brings in more visitors than people think.
True.
So that's what I mean. It's a pretty good gauge on what WrestleMania is going to be. It is because I looked at the idea. I was like, yo, babe, that is happening, huh? The time is coming right now where, we were. I was like, oh, it's here. Okay, so, but my point is that's because people are tired of the same old. When you were given
formula,
when you were given people that, and it was kind of cool. Solo keep interrupting things is not helping the matters. And DP kind of highlighted it. It's the bloodline separation. It's the bloodline separation. When they were that tightly knit unit and they had that cinema with Sami Zayn and Jay and Jimmy and Roman, and they were going back and forth, that captivated people because it felt different. They were doing different things for people. Now, damn, Roman wasn't at the press conference. Roman wasn't the main event. Roman was right after the Women's Royal Rumble. It was weird. It was
very weird.
It's weird. And here goes my thing. I particularly, I'm telling you, man, when that dude's music dropped, I looked at her, I said, this dude should never lose a title, man. I'm sorry. Man. I've never
because they haven't built anybody other than Cody Rhodes.
I've never seen in my life. And by the way, so Cody is overwhelmingly over. By the way, louder pop for him in Rumble than it was WrestleMania. No joke. So as far as the steam running out for Cody, that's not true anymore. I stand corrected. They're just as hot as they were last year. I stand corrected.
Oh, I was proud of Cody ass at that press conference.
That's the best he's ever been. That's the best. That's the best. He said, I'm Hemi Neutron. That's the best he's ever been because I really believed him there. That wasn't cap.
I did too.
That wasn't cap. You could tell it wasn't cap. But listen, with all that being said, it's time though. Because I go with the crowd. I always go with the overwhelming majority. That's what, like I tell people all the time. I go with the commercial crowd. I go with the people that are the reason why we're kind of talking about wrestling is because casual fans have made this $1 billion empire. So I kind of go with the overwhelming majority. They feel like it's time for Roman to lose. It's time for him to lose. Then I don't mind him breaking Hogan's record, but the fans at the Rumble got me. Rumble is a good gauge on the pulse of the wrestling community. because that's when casuals pull up and buy a Peacock subscription. That's when casuals fly to Tampa. That's when casuals and diehards are mixed together. I was there. I'm looking around. The Roman vibes were gone. The mystique, I didn't see as many We the One shirts. I see more Cody shirts, more LA Knight shirts. I was like, something's changing, you know. And with that being said, it's time. I guess it's time.
People ready, man. People are ready for a baby face running.
I think that's it.
This is supposed to be a baby face company, and we've had a heel or an anti-hero tweener be running it for 3.5, almost 4 years, 3.5. We're gonna let it get to Mania before we get to putting the 4 up, because it's 3.5 right now. So
He'll get there.
He'll get there. And there's a decent chance. That he beats Cody Rhodes. But here's the thing. And Roman, Paul, on the bloodline, I got to talk to y'all. If y'all should happen to go over Cody Rhodes, y'all better have some shit down the pipe that we ain't never seen before, because people are getting tired of this shit. And we want to see greatness. You have given us nothing but greatness. So we won't settle for good. We won't settle for decent. We won't settle for pretty good. We will settle for exceptional, outstanding, stellar work, because that's what you've been giving us over these last 3.5 years. Well, 3 years up until the last 6 months. Cinema, stellar work from y'all. We need that. We can't have y'all half-assing it out there in a fatal four-way, and you drain all the momentum out of the building with the Solo Sikoa interference, and then after that, it's over with. We don't care that you took all 3 finishers. Matter of fact, you was getting thrown around like a rag doll in there for a little bit. Everybody got their stuff off on you. Roro, got to be better than that. But again, Solo, Samoan Spike, stinky ass feet. I think it's the feet. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's
Shut the hell up.
I'm trying to tell you, man. That'll be a distraction. You know, legal.
Yeah, it's time. It's time.
So I got a theory.
Time.
No Austin.
I got a theory. So if it's time and you aren't sure how you're going to do it, and you tie in all of the elements, I think you got to have The Rock show up, and he's got to pull the Elders card.
Yeah, my theory, and I talked to you about it off the pod, Chef. Roman and Cody, they run it back. How they modify it and make it different. Solo comes out. The Rock costs Roman the title. I'm telling you.
Yeah, The Rock has to come out and say,
that's
Solo,
beautiful.
You answer to the Elders. I am the Elder.
And he inserts himself into Roman Reigns' business. Cody gets the title. It still protects Roman. Roman has no title. You set up WrestleMania 41 with a tribal chief and Dwayne Johnson for the supremacy of the Samoan dynasty. That way, my dream comes true, where that match is not for a title.
DPJ,
meaning,
it's the only way it can happen.
I tell people all the time. I've been saying this for years. It's not because of. It's because the belief. You believe Rock can win a one-off. You believe that. As a part-timer, if Roman has the title, you know Dwayne's not winning. You know it. So if that's WrestleMania 41 worthy, I'll be pissed, and I'll be pissed for the people. I'll be pissed for the people that have bought their tickets for 40 thinking they're going to get Rock Roman. Evan, you don't know. I go, it might be because of the CM Punk injury, but I don't. I'm telling you, when Dwayne said he likes long-term booking, that triggered me. 3 months ain't long-term.
No.
That's how long. That's 67 days, I think, till WrestleMania. That's not long-term. That's a cup of coffee. So I think he's involved in 40. I'm just sad that people are paying the king's ransom because they're anticipating Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson versus Roman Reigns, and I don't think they're going to get it. I do not. I don't know if thousands and thousands of dollars in Philadelphia in April is worth a run-in. but I believe that's what we're gonna get. So I'm kind of salty right now because my black ass wants to go because that's my damn home. But I'll be damned if I pay what they trying to pay. What they trying to make me pay for for a run in. I feel a run in, man. I feel a run in. I do.
But I do have a rebuttal.
Please.
A tad. Does that take away from Cody Rhodes? Because if you do have
great question,
Rock
great
cost,
question, great question.
If you do have the Rock cost, Roman Reigns, that is your number one baby face, accepting help from somebody. Which I'm just asking.
Did you mind? Does Miz's title win take away because of the Rock help him? Do you believe so?
Miz was a footnote.
But it was still a title win because of
it goes down in the book as a title run, but when you
does it diminish that run?
Yes, because I'll tell you why. Here's why I'll tell you why. Because at the end of the day, that WrestleMania main event was the moment that set up Brock Cena. Because he said, what did he say? He said, if you poke a shark in the eye, you get swallowed whole. That's what he said to him the next night on Raw. Then that set it up. So essentially, Miz was means to an end to set up Brock Cena.
Oh, well, check this out. How about this? How about the Rock doesn't touch Roman, but he removes Solo.
But now you're comparing Cody Rhodes to where Miz was at, and that's not where Cody Rhodes is.
Not necessarily. Remember how Rock helped him? He literally got in the damn ring.
He gave him rock bottom because it was
yeah. No, I'm talking about him pulling Solo down.
He's gonna pull him back and say no.
How about
and then think about this? No, he says it. Check this out.
Goes to interfere. And then when he goes to interfere, you hear the Rock's music, and Roman gets startled, and then Cody wins the title.
That's fine. I hate that music play stuff. That's not realistic. But
I know.
Because I hate that. That's cheap pop shit. That's not what you would do if you're trying to creep up on somebody. You wouldn't play your music.
But he can't creep up with that long ass stage.
Put it like this: What if literally he's ringside? Like I said, I listen. I don't give a damn. Put it like this. Put it like this. I don't give a damn. Long as he distracts Solo long enough, literally Solo's about to go up. The Rock says no. Rock's like, Roman's like, what the hell are you doing? Crossroads. 1, 2, 3. I think that's fine with Cody. I don't think that's cheap.
Okay.
I don't think that's cheap. Not like that. Nah, because that's Roman distracting himself, to be honest with you. And Cody still finishes the story. Think about it. Ain't nobody say nothing when Roman cheated to win last year.
It still counts, right? There's no asterisk, right?
I put like this. I'm just saying that's what I see as opposed to the tribal chief. Unless you give me the double tribal chief, the double dip. Unless you give me the double dip. What if you give me the double? Let me get night 1. He loses the title because of the Rock, and then you get it night 2. What if we don't gotta wait? We don't gotta wait because he wouldn't have the title.
If I get Rock both nights, that's amazing.
Man, Roman Reigns ain't double dipping in 3 months, much less the same.
That's WrestleMania.
That's my boy. He earned it. He
did earn it.
But it also would be unprecedented. It will be something that's never been done before.
Bret Hart went twice in one night. What you mean?
But you know what I mean, though. Back-to-back WrestleMania night 1.
But I get what you're saying. Night 1, night 2. But where's that leave the person that was begging last night?
Then he starts it. Then he would be first in one of those nights. I mean,
yeah.
Who was he going against?
Like I said, Cody Roman. The distraction happens. Cody wins the title. Roman's pissed. Calls out the Rock. Night 2. Let's go.
All right. Okay.
I'm just saying that's what I'm just saying. The way I book it, I ain't trying to make nobody wait a year. People pay a lot of money for these damn tickets in anticipation. Dylan Matthews, do you think Cody would still be red hot if Roman won clean as a button?
Hell no.
No. That's when people will lose hope.
Last year, and Cody has done nothing but elevated.
That's when people will lose hope.
It would be like buying a brand new video game and then taking it back to GameStop and trying to get it back, and they don't give.
And they give you that $20. I go, you better get up my damn face with that $20.
That's exactly what would happen. He would.
They would because the fans would lose. That's when they really would lose hope. They would.
Right.
Listen, Cody Rhodes is winning the title this year, guys. The WWE 2K game is called Finish the Story. He's winning the title. It's done. It's done. WWE
and he's
does
earned
not
it, y'all.
hide.
He's earned
Oh, you damn right he's earned it. But I'm
guy.
just saying, when that's the motto for the game, I go, oh damn, he's definitely winning now. Good
that
Lord.
list, I'm like, whoa.
they showed their hand a little bit early.
They
the
showed
shit's
their
called
hand,
Finish Your Story.
hey Evan, they showed their hand with what's her name? Samantha Irvin, when she did the entrance twice.
Yeah, a little long-winded for me, but that's another story for a different day.
I know. I'm like, what the hell y'all doing? Y'all giving Seth Rollins time to get to the back. That's what y'all doing.
Hey, hey.
Yo, he's talking about your boy.
Nah, he amazing.
Slander will not be. I know I'm not wearing no t-shirts, but the slander will not be tolerated.
I'm not slandering. He did sound like he was begging for a Cody Rhodes match.
I was disappointed in that.
I'm like, what the hell are you begging for? I'm like, Cody Rhodes. A matter of fact,
it was good the way he propped the title up, though. He did make that title mean something, though.
But
he did.
If you're Cody, why would you go for the title your dad, quote unquote, won? It's your dad's name. The point of the matter is you're going.
I disagree. I disagree with that, Dylan. I disagree with your takeaway on that because she just needs to announce.
Nah,
but I hear you.
But she got her Chelsea Green back last night. That was nice. That was nice, I guess. Hey man,
just announce the wrestlers, please. Thank you. Jesus.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I don't know. Yeah, are you right though? Like I didn't need Seth to beg. I mean,
he doesn't need it. No champion has ever done that.
He had good points. You know what I mean? Like, but yeah, I was disappointed in the delivery. Yeah,
he felt a certain type of way. He felt a certain type of way. He looked at Roman.
Yo, listen, he wasn't. He was not begging. Y'all act like he was up there like Keith Sweat.
Hey, he was no. He was begging like he was on that Bret Michaels show.
Yo, shut up. Listen.
Remember that?
Woo! Listen, I liked what he did. I liked that he wasn't begging. He stated his case. He stated his case.
When has that ever happened before, Evan?
To last night, Negro.
I guess that you loved it. You loved it. This dude out here talking about, please don't go. Look,
he did not.
He was looking at Roll.
He was not begging like that. Y'all better stop this.
Like, bro, what is you doing?
Hey man, he was listening to the podcast talking about he was trashing Hulk Hogan. He was trashing everybody. He got on the Twitter sphere talking about you want to be Ultimate Warrior. I said, damn.
Listen, damn it. I'm not gonna have you talk about the architect like that. Listen,
he's amazing.
No, listen. He was not begging. He stated his case. Put like this. He was like, listen, to me that he made the most compelling case of why that title matters. I don't know why he put the FUBU moniker on it, but that's neither here nor there.
He said that
neither here nor there. But yeah, FUBU might have to pull up on him, give him a cease and desist.
To let you go.
He might have to give him a cease and desist. Because, fatty girl. How about that joint? That joint was there. That joint was international baller, baby. Young bird in the coop going. That's a banger right there. Y'all know that was a banger. Woo, that FUBU soundtrack was lit. Oh my God. Damn, that shit was lit. I was like, this is a FUBU? This is a clothing soundtrack? Lord have mercy. Girl, you taste like a Cinnabon. So sweet from the eye to the feet. Oh my God.
Listen, y'all gonna respect the FUBU champion out here. Y'all gonna stop playing.
Hey man, he earned that moniker. I'm just saying, yo, it's a privilege to face you at Wrestlemania. Don't you go
real talk, bro. Real
face
talk.
Your ass.
Cody
Rhodes, the prize.
Listen,
you
Seth
told us you
Rollins
was the prize. Evan, he can't tell me he the prize and ask him to have a match. Damn it, you the prize, then you don't say you the prize and beg for a match.
Fair point. You making a point. I'm just saying, don't be acting like my boys out here like he sweat. Don't act like he was out here like nobody. You better stop playing with me, man.
Nah, he was acting like the Temptations. He wasn't too proud to beg last night.
I'm sick of y'all. This show's over, man. Listen, yo, JMC, take care of them parents, brother. Love you, man. Gentlemen, to the chef,
Yes.
to DPJR. Y'all was
Yes.
on one. Y'all was on one tonight. I'll tell you
Hey,
that
man,
much.
I told you in the chat, let's make this a
Y'all
rare
was
one tonight.
y'all was on one tonight.
Did I say something wrong?
I ain't say that, did I?
He said we was phenomenal.
I said y'all was on one. I ain't say you went on a bad one. I went on my pro-American rant.
Chef had me amped with that Mike Thomas
Jerome.
speech in the beginning.
Oh, shout out to everybody that joined the chat as per usual. I love y'all. Jerome, appreciate you. Seth deserves his flowers. Has had a great year, a phenomenal year, and he's just getting warmed up. I believe in that man's rehab. I believe a man's word. He will be back in record time. He will look like the old Seth Rollins. Don't ask me how, but he will.
Hey man,
when you the bride at the ball, you better not ask for no damn groom. You hear me?
Y'all better stop playing with my boy. He requested a match with Cody.
Mm-hmm.
He trying to arrange this shit himself. Like
he better request his part.
Daddy.
He better request his part for the Captain America movie to be put back in.
Hey, thank you,
man. I'm so sick of you. Shout out to Dylan Matthews. Listen, I'm sick of y'all tonight. My boy Seth Rollins was not begging. This show is over. Yo, Dylan, appreciate you. You know, Simone Watchman, Jerome Wifey was in the chats.
Oh,
appreciate y'all.
Y'all amazing. We ain't nothing without y'all.
We real for real.
What y'all want.